So week 1 is in the books. We ended up with a win over the rival Elks, and honestly, it was probably the perfect game. I know Rodriguez took a little bit of a hit as that defensive line is ferocious and the best run defense in the league, but overall, it was a really successful game for both sides of the ball, which could even lead, potentially, I know it's early, but to a breakout for Jadarius Lewis, who was amazing and almost a shoo-in for the weekly award, which he, I would assume, is shown right there, and he is 4 touchdowns with 424 yards passing, 6 rushing is very hard to beat. He had a really good game, and a lot of those incompletions were actual throwaways and just taking shots in a one-on-one sort of controlled situation. As far as how the team looks, it's very early on, but maybe already some morale with how good of a game we played, and you can see obviously Jadarius Lewis has a lot of morale. Why is that actually? Is it just player of the week morale? Is that a thing they do? Because if I'm not mistaken, the scenario we had was for the receivers, or was it just XP for the receivers? I can't remember, but the team looks great. The morale should be pretty high as we had a very convincing win over a team that we've actually struggled against pretty hard over the last course of the last couple seasons, really. But here we are going up against the Nighthawks. Obviously, Romeo Doubs is going to be missing 3 games, it would appear. I didn't really see if there was a bye week one of these weeks, but I'm pretty sure he'll be missing these next 3 games. But not as bad as Tyreek Hill, who I'm surprised is even going to be playing anytime soon, as he has a knee cartilage tear. Definitely a bit of a hit for them. Yes, Romeo Doubs is big for us. Not probably as big as Tyreek Hill is for them, though. Let's take a look at how that roster looks anyways. We're also going to be looking at the Lumberjacks after this game, because we're going to be doing 2 games this episode. Let me know in the comment section below if you think, obviously maybe you have to watch the video to find out, if you think that's a good idea going forward, as I think we're going to do 8-minute quarters, 2 games per episode. And if not, we can always go back to 10-minute quarters per episode. Maybe I upload multiple in one day rather than, 2 episodes in one and, it's spread out. Whatever it may be. Quarterback, it says is Gardner Minshew, but you would think it would be Woodson. They just drafted this guy really high, and Gardner Minshew really hasn't taken him anywhere. Dobbins, I mean, if he's healthy, he's actually not bad. Baskerville, he's got a lot of speed there, and then Charbonnet is kind of a similar type of power back. I mean, I guess they kind of have like a best of both worlds, a power back, and then an elusive back. As far as the wide receivers go, Olave is still a really good wide receiver 1, even though it's supposed to be Tyreek there. Jalen Tolbert's not a bad number 2, Nola at number 3, and then a bunch of guys after that. Darren Waller should really look to retire. He is pretty fast still, but he is definitely regressed. Andrew Thomas is amazing. Cole Strange is decent. Mustapher is okay. Elliott is okay, but he's still obviously developing, and then Moten is, 80s across the board. DeMarcus Lawrence is definitely regressing, but he's still really good, especially at run defense. Jermaine Johnson is getting better, though, so they do have a rising star, if you will, almost a 90 power move. Hilliard, 2-year starter at this point. Pretty good block shed. Power move's not the best. Dalvin Tomlinson, decent power move, okay block shed. Sanborn is not very fast, but he's a smart player. Kenneth Murray is actually pretty damn athletic still, and so is Spillane. Cornerback Trayvon Diggs is solid. Lenore, very good at zone coverage, and then Reed, we had troubles with him in preseason. I hope it doesn't continue. McKinney's still really good, but he's not the most athletic, and then Julian Love at 91 speed and a very good zone. So some ups and some downs on this roster. The kicker can't really kick that far, and the punter can. I mean, it's a team that I'm really trying to think of what their strengths are, because they have a lot of question marks on this team, and now with Tyreek Hill out, they don't have the overwhelming wide receiver talent that could kind of mask some of their quarterbacking issues. Before the weekly strategy, they don't do a lot good on offense. I would say their run game is really going to be their chance, and then as far as their defense, it seems like they're a really bad run defense team, so we're just going to go inside and stop inside. And looking for Rodriguez, not going to see him. Some decent names, especially Morant and Shelton, but Graves, I guess we'll take a look at. Improviser is your best way at throw power. The problem is, throw power is not his biggest issue. He's not like Jadarius, who did just get a throw power upgrade himself. It's really that deep accuracy, I would say. Medium, that's great too. So strong arm's just a good upgrade, I suppose. It's not always the best, but it at least gives you a chance at stuff like medium and deep. Ronnie Shelton obviously going to go with power move. Want to get this team better at pass rushing. Really, that's our biggest weakness, and he gets finesse. 3 to tackle is kind of cool, I suppose, but he is a really good player already anyways. And then Joe Morant, I mean, it feels like no matter what we choose, he always has a great upgrade. I am going to go with, I'm going to go Playmaker, because he is an elusive guy at this rate. He's got jukebox and whatnot, so we're going to take a look. what we get here, which is 2 medium route, which is really one of the biggest things I wanted. A juke move, a change of direction, 2 to break tackle. So we got really lucky with medium route, but yeah, based on the other ratings, other than being lucky, I think that would have been a really bad upgrade. So I think we're going to go either slot or deep threat going forward. And then the rest, they're backups. You probably don't care. Here we are for week 2. No primetime games in sight. At least this week, I actually didn't look ahead too much, as it's always about the game and the team in front of you. Looking at his last week's stats, a.k.a. the season stats, because there's only 1 game played. Really impressive. Obviously, player of the week worthy. Get a little bit of an XP boost there as well. So I'm surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if even after this game we get another upgrade point for Jadarius. It would be great. First game we're actually seeing the throw power, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So might be a little boost there. This team, once again, it has some decent players at different levels on both sides of the ball. So it's not like I need to worry about exactly the D-line or I need to worry exactly about the wide receivers. There's, a good wide receiver, a decent defensive lineman, a good corner. There's a bunch of random good players here, and Martin Minshew looks to be the quarterback. But at the same time, there's also a couple of weaknesses. So we'll see if we can exploit them and hopefully not get exploited in the process. And as we do, we're going to be kicking the ball off first. I'm not really sure what 8-minute quarters are going to get us. I imagine that it's not going to change a whole lot, but we'll see. Maybe it's perfect. I don't know. Maybe the scores will be better, the pacing will be better, or maybe it'll be a disaster. We'll find out. Speaking of disasters, Gardner Minshew still the quarterback. 1 touchdown, 193 yards. I mean, you almost wonder if the Nighthawks fans would kind of be hoping we injure him. Like, they're 0-1 to start. They haven't really done a whole lot of damage. And they drafted a really high quarterback, and for some reason they're not starting him. Blasted by Cam Jones is Mr. Tolbert for 7, though. Maybe I'm just an unnecessary hater of Gardner Minshew. But at the same time, if so, then maybe they do as well, because they drafted quarterback pretty high. Cam Jones, and it's going to be a block. Oh, really good catch there by Olave. Perfect coverage. Decent little throw. I thought we were going to have a chance at, picking it, but no, it's going to be 10 yards on a first down. Going to try to apply a little bit of pressure, play over top. But realistically, even though Olave is great, other than him, they don't really have... Oh, that's going to be picked off. Antonio Johnson, the ball's right to him. Not going to turn it into anything, but the pressure seemed to work. I was about to say, outside of Olave, I don't think they can really beat the press too well. And maybe I was right, as I think he forced it to Olave while being sacked pretty much. And that's going to be an Antonio Johnson interception, as Gary would have had a sack. As much as I love when our players get their flowers, at the same time, we've seen Jadarius' numbers enough, and the draw play is going to be enough. I will say I'm still trying to get... That's only 2 yards. Did they give us a loss forward progress there? I felt like it was 4, but still getting used to the lack of speed. Gives us more chances with the angles and, which lanes are opening up, but at the same time, sometimes you can't get through that lane because the... sir, please catch this. Thank you. He made a mistake, rectified it with a gain of 6. Almost forced it to the running back there. The play was really deep and the DBs dropped. The DBs are pretty damn on it. This play is, his playbook so far, not too bad though. See, we got with the tight ends. A little motion from Wise. And it's going to be almost a force to Wise. I seen the way that he was dealing with the press with the tight end. It almost seemed like our tight end, Coons, was pressing him. We're going to go with the tight end verticals, pretty much. Wise in the outside. And there's Bellinger, who is open. The ball is perfect. But Bellinger, for the first time in a long time, has let me down. I gotta say, one of the last times I was let down by him was when he blatantly fumbled, I believe. But other than that, he's been pretty great. And we took a little bit of time with that. And despite Wise's best efforts, we are going to score with Kuntz on our very first drive. Waiting, perfect timing, good enough throw, and that'll be an easy one. Pretty good blocking. We stood really in the pocket. We almost passed the pocket. The pocket passed behind us. And we'll pass for a touchdown. Bringing the blitz 3 minutes in, and there's a scoring drive, and both teams have possession. So we'll, once again, we'll pay attention to that pacing. And nice hit, but doesn't finish it. Huge hit of the knees of Dobbins. Gains 5. I don't know how Dobbins, who doesn't have the pace. I guess to be fair, we didn't really run through that ball. From the 30-yard line, bringing everyone up, but definitely need to drop back quick. We're a little shallow. He's got time, and Minshew's not going to get out there. It's going to be a throwaway, which is going to be a punt. Dixon on the kick. Gotta say, the team does just feel different this year. It doesn't feel like a team that's good, that is going to barely scrape together some wins, barely hold out and win. looks like a team that could dominate. And, I mean, do they want us to keep throwing to the tight end? I mean, maybe they're going to drop back here again. But then Wise is open. Perfect throw inside, and he doesn't even get touched to the 49-yard line. And this play looks really interesting, but I'm going to be real with you. They are ready for something like that. We're not going to be doing that. Morant, that's a late throw. Don't pick it. Woo! Thought he's going to step on the running back because he was really late to go to Morant. I really like that, even though I'm, like, confused by all of this crap. I'm going to go with the fullback dive, who is going to get a little chunk, about 4 or 5. I feel like the way they were lined up, we were going to get about 5. So with that being said, when they kind of gave me that look, I'm going to take it. Once again, no one really lined up over the tight end. Could have the streak on, which we do. I forced that, and I swear to God, Reed, he's in my nightmares. We had Kuntz, but I felt like the throw was just a little bit too far that the safety was going to make a play on that. Probably should have just trusted it anyways, but it will be a punt. But it is what it is. We didn't throw a pick. That's all you could really ask for. They're at the 12 instead of, what could have been like the 40. Oh, there's a... Please pick this. Speaking of. Oh, my God. How does that work out for them? That should have been pick number 2 for Gardner Minshew. Instead, we get mossed by some young guy. Blitzing DB misses. I don't know who it was. Looked like it was Nick Jones. And that's risky, and that works out too. I mean, I don't even know if I really blame Riley Moss on any of these. He's in great coverage, just unfortunate. It's just the way it goes sometimes. If he gets burned, fair enough, but those plays are just like, he's on it, he just misses the ball by an inch. And this time we get burned, but by a tight end on the linebacker. A huge hit, though, by Taylor. Once again, can't blame Riley, even though he's really fast. Oh, you're supposed to just cover one of the best tight ends in the league, one-on-one, as a rookie. Okay. That's the way I see it. And we can't get in there, but Shelton doesn't finish the play, but does enough to slow him down. Gets some help from Riley. 2 yards gain. They're just going to run some simple man coverage. Maybe user with Shelton, see if we can get some rush in there. And that is really low, and he's going to catch it. And there was a chance at a pick there. Really think we didn't expect him to throw the ball that quick, and our guys just weren't ready for it. We need Wilson back a little bit in case they do throw it, which, I mean, it's a little more than an in case at this point. This is guaranteed to be a throw. And we get burned by the backup tight end with Jones. Look at the end of the quarter. They have the yards, but we have the points. Moving everybody over. Let's get Wilson over as well if we can. Oh, that's going to be picked. That is picked, and he falls down. Jones making up for his mistake. Could have been a safety, and instead, we're going to be taking this back for a touchdown. Nick Jones zooming for the score. Got a lot of players up because they got a lot of players up. And Nick Jones already back in after a pick 6. So decent little drive, and they just couldn't finish it. Cam Jones, 1-on-1. A loss of 1 to Dobbins. Really good job on that edge by Jackson, I believe it was, to just contain. Well, I say contain, but he took the 2 blockers is what I really mean. Which is really good too, obviously. Phillips, kind of a last-second guy on the team, and Gleason gets the sack. A bunch of stunts, some blitzes. And right now, the Nighthawks are not feeling good. And I want to be aggressive. I want to play the plays that I think are going to get us scores. Ellison looks pretty good here too. They do drop back enough. A little too early on that screen, but we will pick it up. I like the creativity of this screen. We gain 6. Inside zone. Yeah, I believe in it. And yeah, I mean, not the best blocks at the second level, but 5 yards gain on 2nd and 4 is not bad. I'm back zone, going to the right side this time. And I need that guard to pick him up, and he just sticks too hard on the double team. Got divide. Could be a quick out to Wise. Which it's not going to be. It's going to be a late throw to Morant. I really hate DJ Reed. He's too good. Put that guy in a little bit of zone, and he will kill you. I don't know what it is, but he's insane. And he doesn't finish the route. Come on, Morant. What are you doing? That will be a punt. I don't know what Joe Morant's doing there. Good defense, but unfortunately, our run game has been really bad to start this season, and it's affecting our effectiveness against teams that actually can cover. Brings the players up to the line. I think the pressure has definitely been more beneficial than detrimental. Second level, and he's going to take the sack. Ronnie and Gleason. 1.5 for Gleason now. 2nd and 22. I mean, this is debatably just already a punt drive. I know they're backed up hard after a sack, but, like, do better? I guess with our block shedding, maybe it is doing better. Wide receivers were maybe not playing safe enough here. Let's back them up a little bit. Let's protect that first down line if we can. And Minshew's going to roll out. I'm going to need you to, like, okay, I don't know why he doesn't run it there, but I'm going to need you to get back a little bit because he's got enough speed to gain 10 and then one little lucky juke move and he's getting the first down. Gordon instead, bad decision and, you know, a nothing drive again, getting us the ball at the 50 without even snapping the ball. And we kind of followed the fullback, but fortunately, they didn't really get the push that they should have. Maybe they should have broke off the blocks earlier, I'm not sure, but running to the right side. Let's double team the edge because if we get that guy, like I said, we're going to have some room, and he misses the block, but Rodriguez barely gets around him. I don't know how that corner didn't tackle us sooner. How is the fullback missing that hard? Like, talk about tunnel vision. Like, just go to the damn first guy you see and block him. That's going to be a tough one. That's a little underthrown. We're going to go for the jump ball because of it. Good D. Pretty good coverage, to be fair, in general. Going for the shot play when it maybe wasn't warranted. Try to slide them left if we can a little bit, even though that's more for pass protection anyways. Going with a dive. Great blocking. Perfect blocking. Nice juke move all the way to 15, 16. Rodriguez sometimes does just make it look so easy. 2-minute warning. Going to go with the inside zone. Try to get a little bit of the clock going, and I still think, you know, I like the odds of it. Got to say, Spillane is doing well. 4 yards gain, though, is going to take some clock and some of their footing away. Don't know if I really like the look they're giving us here, but I don't really know if I have much of an option either. Please catch this. Why do I trust Rodriguez? Why do we ever waste points in catching? He went up like, I don't even know, what, a good 7 catching, and it's just done nothing for him. Do you trust the route running? We'll see. I mean, they're not really on Wise, who holds on to a tough one behind them slightly. Not even really slightly, almost fully behind them. And they're kind of giving up the run lane again, so why wouldn't I take it? And they got a decent push, but Rodriguez is going to get enough. Gets blasted down to the 1. Clock, once again, not our problem. Is this the time that play is going to actually work out? I don't know if I like it. We'll try it. Oh, I didn't even know that's what that was. Touchdown to the fullback. That threw me off. What a play. Up 3 touchdowns. Big 3rd and 6 before halftime. We get the stop here. We have a chance with 3 timeouts to maybe drive down for another score. They convert, and they can finally get some points before half, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Don't know about the points, but the first down. Clock is dwindling here. They can keep one more ball in the middle of the field, but where is that worth it? And he's going to throw it away barely. Almost gets sacked, which would have definitely ended the half. With a 21-point lead, I think you protect the end zone. You don't care about giving up 3. 3 points means nothing to you when you have 21 and ball at half. Oh, we're a little late there. And we can't get off the edge. He's going to throw the ball away again. I don't even know if he's going to get the ball in the field to play before the last try. Bring a little rush. Man coverage, not the best bet, but we got the 2 safeties high. And there you go. Maybe they didn't like our look more than they didn't like theirs. They're like, yeah, we don't have a timeout. Get a different personnel on the field. Nice ball rush. Knocks him down, and Gleason's going to get a hit. And I think with 8 seconds left, they can't really take the shot. That is really pathetic. 3 straight incompletions. Johnson already has a pick. Has a chance, and we hit him late almost. Let that ball bounce. We're going to the halftime. 21 up. 21-0. The Nighthawks without their top weapon in Tyreek Hill doesn't really seem to be the main issue. It's just making bad decisions is, which once again, maybe if you have a guy like Tyreek Hill, you limit those because he's open so quickly. But overall, some pretty bad reads, forcing it to Olave, and we're not really double teaming him. And then on the other side of the ball, we have made most of the opportunities count, scoring 14 points. Of course, Lumberjacks going against the Elks, 2 teams the Lumberjacks in Week 3 will have played both of those teams. While it's great that you can return to the game after the EA servers go down, apparently they can't remember who gets the ball at each half. I guess there's some sort of new rule change where, if you're losing by 21 plus at halftime, you just get the ball both halves just to make the game somewhat competitive. Either way, 21-0 at halftime, and we're going to have to try to hold on. Baskerville, I believe the fast player on that running back room, gains 13 to start this one out. Got to impose our will more. Can't get to the running back. Yeah, we can. They're not going to give us the pick, but that's a great job to knock that ball free and bringing a bit of heat. Jones, who already has a pick 6, going to be trying to go for a sack here as well. And it's going to be Jackson who gets the sack. He's already a third of the way for his season stats last year. I don't know what Minshew's tapping at. That's what I'd be looking at. Hey, scoreboard, buddy. Our defense has scored more than your whole team. Decent little return by Anaconda. 14 yards on that punt return. And I believed... I mean, hear me out. The tight end helps with the guard on a pass rushing DT, whatever, inside. Why would I cut inside? The momentum should be carrying that guy away from the outside. Instead, he doesn't. And that's going to be Ellison, but a missed throw by Lewis. A little off the back foot, I can't lie. And that is going to force a 3rd and 10. The run look is open, don't get me wrong, but at this point, it's going to be a lot of yards needed. I should have taken him, and we would have had him. That's going to be picked off. First pick of the season is bad blocking. Not going to get the edge, and this is kind of reminding me of the Ravens versus the Niners in the Super Bowl where the lights went out and the comeback was on. Hold the block for literally just a moment longer, or just a moment at all. Feels like the Lions just completely collapsed this half. And we're not really going to get the block. Good job by Wise to bounce that, gain 6. Lewis not having a great game in general, but mainly due to the fact that our guys just aren't getting open. And Jadarius going to have to tank one for the team. Gets the truck stick, but injured on the play. 1 hit? I get we've taken a couple of hits. Okay, it looks like he's fine, but it will force Graves to be in, and this is a first down. This isn't a situation where Graves is going to be waiting to come in, and by the time he gets a chance, it's, the starting quarterback's back. Only 2 yards gain. Looks like, Graves is going to have to play some snaps. Bruised ribs, like we said, felt like it was something minor, but you just never know. Outside, do we really believe? Double that edge. Hopefully the fullback gets out there. Does a great job. Rodriguez bouncing that off for a gain of about 7. Didn't really get a whole lot of help from the wide receiver. Going heavy with the single back. Got a lot of tight ends in on this play. And it's not going to be pretty, but it's enough. Go routes. Morant, I don't know if I would say you want it, but he's going to get that ball to him. And finally a go route. It wasn't perfect, but it's going to be good. Morant diving for the catch. Going to be putting this one down to the 6. Jadarius already back in and delivering a deep shot. A really good spiral, just slightly overthrown. And caught for the big play. I thought Graves was in, but I guess he got replaced instantly. Massive plays. I mean, barring a mistake, you would assume we score, which gives us a 3-possession lead again. And perfect blocking is going to make that an easy reality. Touchdown, Rodriguez. And they're moving down the field pretty easily here from the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Try to swat. Couldn't get the swat. Don't need to. Taylor catches it, but is this a safety? He's at the 1. I mean, that's a weird position. Like, he falls into the end zone. Where do you register that? And I feel like, to come out is kind of the smart one, I suppose. Do you believe in the blocks? Fullback's been okay. And it's not going to be great, but trying to protect the ball. This could be a safety or a touchdown. We got to see if this is down. If this is not down by contact, that interception might have been a tactical one. And I really can't tell from this angle. I can tell you that our guys are idiots for not recovering that. I don't know what kind of magic that recovery was, though. Let's see if this is coming back. It's going to be reviewed. I mean, you would assume he was down, but might have landed on a body. And everything was down. We're not home free just yet, but it is better off than a guaranteed touchdown. Back with the fullback dive. And decent little blocks. Rodriguez does the rest, fighting forward to the 18-yard line. 15 gained on a dive play from our own 3. And we're going to absolutely let this go to the 4th quarter as they are losing the clock. It's going to be a 21-point lead into the 4th with ball. Looks pretty promising. So when I handed it off before, was that I wasn't supposed to? I don't know what's going on that play, but this fumble will be legit. Don't trust anyone that doesn't play often to have the ball in their hands. It's just not worth it. Long story short, I can tell why Tyreek's injured. I could see it. 39, they're going to be moving him out again. Barely going to get to Jackson in time. Try to swat it, and there's just nobody there. The safety's gone, and the Nighthawks are going to keep this one close enough for the 22. Looking to the outside, trusting Morant. Not really that open, and the pressure's there. It's going to be a missed throw. Not a great game from Jadarius. Pick not his fault, but the incompletions are still not great. You could argue that the incompletions aren't really his fault either. Oh, the tight end is wide open. I can't believe number 9 almost got there. Great job by Kuntz to get out there. Great blocking as well, especially with 5 wide. Gave us a lot of time to read the field on that one. I saw a couple of guys underneath, but I wanted the first down. Wanted as many yards as I can get, and thankfully it worked out because we did hold on to that ball a long time. Rodriguez 1 carry away from 100 yards on the ground. Definitely did not feel like he was going to get to that number in this one, but he did, and definitely easily after that. A score on this drive would absolutely win us this game. It's already looking pretty promising. And Rodriguez kind of bounces off the guy. Didn't really want that to happen, but 6 is good enough. RPO back to Ellison. They kind of look like they're going to press this up. See what they got for us, though. No, they're not going to see it. And Ellison gets blasted while being blocked. Well, Lenore being blocked. Gains like a yard. Explain to me how that happens, and you got yourself a date. I don't even know what I'm saying there. Screen pass. He's not going to get out there, and then he has another chance at it and drops it. I don't know what's going on with these receivers, but as long as we hit the field goal, we should hold on. Then coach wants to go for it for some reason. I guess he doesn't have a clock. Field goal wins the game. Let's maybe just win the game. How about that? Especially when it takes them like a minute and a half to get down the field. It's better to be safe than sorry. Try to swat. Can't. My guy just like, he engages with the block, and for some reason he can't disengage. It's like he's locked in. Once you start it, you can't stop. A little bit of contact, but that was pretty good coverage. Going to go over and help. Didn't need it. Can't tell if that knee was down early or not. Penalty. Illegal. I cannot believe they called illegal contact on that perfect coverage. That is insane to me. See if Kai Gary wants to get in there. He already did before, but he ended up getting the ball picked instead of credit for the sack. No pressure at all. Minshew's going to run. Cam Jones is going to fall asleep. Huge hit to the knees. Down to the 1. I don't know why he didn't just dive in there. We're going to come with the blitz because it doesn't take much time to get this ball off to somebody open. And that's going to be a coverage sack, sort of. Cam Jones all over that. We're going to change the tactics. Press inside, man coverage, no blitz. And the timing is good, but the throw is not. And without any timeouts, it still might be worth kicking that field goal. You need the onside kicks anyways. At least the field goal gives you a sliver. I also don't know where those timeouts went. How many did they waste? Back of the end zone, picked by Johnson, who could score. He's not the fastest man. Oh, my God. When I say he's not the fastest man, I mean he's the slowest man on the planet. 2 picks. We do have a pick 6 already, but it could be player of the week. At least hopefully one of our guys gets it. Antonio Johnson, right place, right time, cooking up with 2 takeaways. Nice little return. I believed he was going to score on that, but that turned quickly into reality. And that would be the score for week 2, a.k.a. game 1 of the episode. Winning the game by 17 points. Very convincing. Really the first 2 games of the season. See if we did enough for a breakout. Really glad to see Lewis didn't get injured. Even though he did not have a great game, at least he didn't get injured. Pretty damn stout defense, though, from that Nighthawks team. 4 picks from Minshew. Once again, Jadarius, night and day worse from week 1 to this week. Run defense was amazing, though. Rodriguez was good enough. He made a couple of plays, some pretty good ball carrier vision moves. Sacks for Jackson, Gleason, and Jones. I thought Gleason had more than that, but I guess they took some of that away through the reset. Antonio Johnson with 2 picks. Nick Jones with a pick. Zaire Taylor with a pick. Hickman with a pick. And 2 touchdowns off of those picks, 1 on each side. Got a couple of lineman upgrades. Cody Carr, I mean, I imagine he's pretty good at power blocking already, so we're going to try to go with finesse. See if we can deny some of those speed rushers. Not a bad set of upgrades, actually. And then Terrence are going to go pure power, because he's more of a a helper since he's the center. He's kind of like an assist guy. Really good pass block power upgrade there, putting him at 79. Here we go, week 3. Should see another weekly award win, especially on defense. And it took a while to get there, which we are, but unfortunately, no player of the week. A little surprised. 2 picks. 1 player had a pick 6. I mean, unless it was their guy. Van Ginkel, 3 sacks. You know what? I'm inclined to allow it. 3 sacks is pretty... Nah, I'm not. 3 sacks is one thing, 2 picks. I mean, there's some teams that have a guy, like their highest guy is like 4 picks. That's half of that. Math. Anyways, you already know the roster. We've already showed it. Let's take a look at the Lumberjacks injuries. Romeo Doubs for 2 more weeks. That's okay. Lumberjacks with no injuries. Not quite like us or the Nighthawks with our wide receivers dying. Let's take a quick look at the Lumberjacks, who are a pretty damn high overall. Morale seems to be pretty high for us still. Baker Mayfield's got a lot of throw power, pretty damn accurate. Running back Saquon Barkley's one of the best in the league. Tucker Kraft, the tight end, is really good. Amon-Ra St. Brown's a great number 1. Samuel's got speed, and then Jonathan Mingo, pretty good. I would say flip these two, and you have yourself a pretty top 3 set of guys on your team. Merritt, not the tallest, but very athletic. Left tackle's pretty good. Left guard's okay. Center's really good. Right guard's okay, if you even want to call him that. And then Colvin's pretty good. Left end, we talked about the finesse guys. He's not the best. He's actually become a power guy, which is weird. Almost like Camp Standout's got the best of him there. Pretty good power move from Dennard. Looking at the DTs, Vaughn Johnson, very good actually, especially since he's super young. Ferguson, definitely a lot more development needed. A lot of 6'6" guys on their defensive line though. Trayvon Walker, very good. Roquan Smith, basically the best in the league. And then you have a speedy rookie in Clifford who's really good with change of direction. And Wosu, not a bad edge, opposite side. Witherspoon, really good man, decent zone coverage. McCreary, pretty good man, okay zone, well, pretty decent zone as well, just not that fast. LaMichael McClain, 6'4" corner that they just haven't really used. And then Townsend, very good zone guy. Holland, one of the best safeties in the league. Peppers, one of the best safeties in the league. Kicker, strong leg. Punter, decently strong leg. This is a pretty decent team. As far as how we want to go about the strategy, they seem to be kind of a balanced team. I'm going to be honest, though, I'm more afraid of their run game, so run inside. And they apparently have an elite pass game. I'm going to go run inside because our pass game last week sucked anyways. Hoping we got some upgrades, especially Rodriguez. Damn, still really nice. The edge getting some upgrades. Gleason, I believe, getting an upgrade slot for his ability, to 80. Don't know if he's going to get anything elite for pass rush, but this is a nice little upgrade point. Gets the finesse, putting him at 88 with an ability of instant rebate. Defenders with this ability are refunded a pass rush move point when they successfully shed blocks. Actually not bad. Does he have anything else he can get? Spinner's decent, I suppose. Then we move on to Jackson, who, if he had an ability, he'd already have like 3 ability slots. So, maybe just get yourself a dev up, you don't mind. I'm actually going to go Run Stopper because it seems like no matter how high that power move goes, that's worth it. No matter how high that power move gets, he's still struggling a little bit. So maybe Block Shed will help him out a little bit. Either way, 78 Block Shed after the +3 is great, even if it doesn't help him with what we want at all. Prime time against the Lumberjacks on the road. We love the prime time game, so you already know, even though we're not at home, we don't mind it. We kind of love it anyways. We live for the clout, if you will. Half of our players don't even know if they're going to be in the NFL next year, so they're trying to get that social media going. Regardless, though, 2-0. Not a great Week 2 performance, but a win is a win, and it was still convincing enough score-wise. Just got to clean things up a little bit, especially in the pass game, and see if we can get something going, even without Romeo Doubs. Romeo Doubs is a pretty big name for us. You just double, triple team Moran, you're not looking too bad, because we don't have that great a route running at the other wide receivers. Obviously, Kuntz is decent, but he's a tight end, and they're somewhat limited in what they can do at times. At first, it looked like we're going to be receiving the ball first, and that is not the case. We're going to be kicking this thing off and seeing what the Lumberjacks are capable of on offense. I think they have just a good enough group of players to be a pretty good offense. Saquon's great. Amon-Ra St. Brown's great. Their tight end's really fast. And Baker's still pretty damn good. Let's take a look at how he's played so far, though. No touchdowns through 2 weeks, 370 yards. I mean, is this just a run-heavy team? Success-wise, they definitely didn't seem like they were too great either way, but whatever you can do, I can do better. I don't know what we're doing out here on the edge. Switch me the wrong guy, and we just missed the tackle completely. 19 for Saquon on the first play. Jones stepping up. We left the tight end wide open. I guess the other tight end's pretty open too. Try to strip it because, you know, it's the backup tight end, if you will. Technically playing fullback. Merritt's the guy I truly worry about in open space. Wilson stepping up on Merritt, speaking of. And trying to blow it up. Can't. Cam Jones does help. Forcing it to a 3rd and inches. Is that Johnson on Amon-Ra? Play action. We're actually in pretty good coverage. Walt James gets the sack. Somebody came in free, and the coverage was actually pretty damn good across the board. I'd love to see this one back if they want to show it. Don't want to look at the stat line. Oh, if we hold out for this, could have a big play, but they also are going to be blitzing. Yeah, we're going to take the guarantee to Morant. And I say what I say, but pretty damn good play after the catch. 28 yards. Damn near midfield. And we knew what they were going to run just based on the way they lined up. It's going to be pretty much 0. And we have to bounce it all the way out. Pretty good blocking. Try to bounce it back. Nice spin move to the 39. Cut it inside. Try to bounce it back out after I seen Morant was going safety. Not a bad set of plays. They got a pretty elite player on Wise. I doubt he's going to leave him. Nope, he does. And Morant has really been missing on those RPOs. He's supposed to be the run blocker Meister General, but he's selling. And that would have been a pretty damn big play. 1st down minimum. Regardless, 2nd and 10 screen. Offensive line just doing nothing. Good little run after the fact that he had no help. Getting some points would be great, so I don't want to do anything to lose said points. Could have maybe ran the ball. And we're in trouble. Didn't want to do anything to lose points, and that's exactly what we do with Trayvon Walker off the edge getting to us. They're saying 63-yard field goal. I mean, we do have the win. Putting Chad Ryland to the test already. Kick bar is not too bad as he's really accurate now, and he makes it look too easy. He really does. Definitely not our best drive, but we ended up with points. Bringing Johnson down a little bit. He's had himself a pretty good couple of weeks. And no help. Can't get the swat. Will finish the chase down, though. Big play to Curtis Samuel. I mean, that's not our fault. Our safety job would have been the hook 15, 20 yards in anyways, so really not much that would have changed. Big play, perfect throw. Pretty good route. Great finish by Riley to at least, you know, prevent the touchdown. Wow, we got pushed hard. Walt James selling on that one, and Saquon didn't really have to do much. 15 yards without being really touched. And that ain't your good blocking Rodriguez type play. That's your just without being touched play. Rodriguez still, we have to read the defense a little bit, and you got to get vertical. There you go, kind of. And Shelton buries him, but it's still going to be a massive 8 yards. Safety almost gave him the angle, but we got out there just to save it. Will it matter, though, as they're moving pretty nicely so far. That's a low play, and that's going to be a loss of 2 to Amon-Ra. Wilson doing a good job. Bring everyone up to the line to make it look like a blitz. We're going to be dropping off. And, wow, that threw me off, but a huge hit forces the drop. And that will be a field goal, same as ours. Elite defense at the end of that. I really felt like he was going to hold on because we kind of got beat. And that will be a tied game, 3-all. Calvin Asa on the return. Been a pretty quiet name this season in special teams. And, I mean, you can see why. Joe Morant threw 2 1/4 games, about 200 yards. Looking pretty good. And speaking of looking pretty good, holds on. Strong hands catch for the 1st down. Damn near. Morant not in the zone. Probably getting close to it, though. 2 more. Trying to throw that early. Behind him, and Wise holds on. Another great hands catch. Fella's coming up with some pretty nice catches so far. Last play before the 2nd quarter, more than likely, and he has got room. He being Rodriguez spins out of it, gains 13 to 14. 2 for 30 on the ground now, entering the 2nd. Pretty similar in yards, similar in points. In from Morant, get the running back going deep. And he was just about to throw to Wise. Really just feels like we have nothing going from the medium to deep range. If it's not a go route, the deep ball is dead. And then medium route, it's like, if it's not a slant that we're waiting for, it's dead as well. Rodriguez gains 3, maybe. I would imagine by using simple common sense, we do not have the wind on our side anymore. So definitely do not want to take a sack on this play. Morant, a little behind him, drops that, though. That is a 1st down. Instead is a 60-yard field goal. Wins against us, but it's Chad Ryland, who will, I think, hit it. Kick is up, and a little bit more difficult, but another Field goal, good. Nothing worse than a wasted opportunity. Pulling Riley off the play. And he's going to throw it over there. Nice hit. Gains 4, but that was a great hit. Riley, part of that, I would say, pretty damn talented draft class. Some of the guys not really getting utilized, but almost all of them have potential. Good potential at that. Oh, he can't get out there. Great tackle, but that's going to be 5. 3rd and 1's not that hard to convert. Blitzing, but not pressing, which I know is debatable, but one move and I tried. Great hit, but a great catch. Tight end clutch for them. Yeah, one double move or something. It's a touchdown. I think both teams are kind of priding themselves in bend, don't break defense, so not giving up a touchdown is definitely massive. Great tackle on Barkley. Only gains 2. I think Secure Tackler came in clutch on that one. Riley stepping up. Oh, that could be picked, and it is! Walt James picking the ball off at the 48-yard line. Baker Mayfield, with too much time to think, is going to cause him to do something he should not have done. We're chasing with Riley, and he just forces it. That's a tough throw, please. Had to come back for it. Couldn't really step into the throw. 3 straight incompletions now. I don't know what it is about our pass game this year, but it's a little iffy. And I'm just forced. I mean, it is just bad offensive line play again, though, to be fair. Don't get me wrong, they blitz, but I don't know what the tackle's doing here. Like, did help? First game seems like we were making plays that just, you know, extending drives that just had no business being extended. And now we can't even complete like a simple play. I mean, we can't even complete a simple ball. They're instantly getting in. I mean, they're bringing 6 versus 4 receivers, and they're still covering perfectly. We're just not winning our routes right now. And that could be a touchdown. I didn't see the safety, thankfully. Taylor got burned there. He got torched. Definitely a closer game here so far. Bit of a low-scoring battle. Cam Jones in there. I mean, that blocking is perfect. One-on-one is going to hold him down. Good job, Johnson. I mean, anyone could run through those lanes. Actual freight train footage. Obviously, no one on him, so we sold out for that blitz. 7 gained. It seems like anytime they blitz us, the man coverage or the coverage is great, and the blitz is there quickly. And here we go, getting burned again. Oh, wow, I did not expect that, and that'll be a touchdown. Wow. Like a short person at the urinal, we need a boost. Calvin Austin could be that spark. Blocking, I mean, we ran a little sporadically, but yeah, blocking not great on the special teams all season long so far. And I almost feel like we're forced to throw the ball because the run game has been literally useless. And great catch by Morant. Don't know how that corner is jumping that ball so quick after being, I mean, realistically tricked. I mean, what would you call it if he's backing all the way up and doesn't see it? And there's just nobody open. Thankfully, that's not a fumble. That time we had time, just nobody open. And like, I want to run the ball, but, you know, if I bring any extra blockers in, they're just instantly on it. Let's do it anyways. As they're going to hold us to 2. I don't know if we're going to have the time for this. I just want a straight up block from Rodriguez. As the tight end. They blitzed, and we saw it that time. Trucked a little early. First down. Inside handoff. Well, we got some room. I really wish Holland would have taken a bad angle. That injury for Kenny Wise now. Sweet, another wide receiver down. But yeah, that was not a good decision to continue to try and break tackles with. I don't really get that at all. Is it Calvin Austin's time to shine, though? Please, Rodriguez. I'm so sick of that. I genuinely don't know how someone could be that bad at catching. Like, he's literally a toddler. Calvin Austin holds on. Nice. Only guy I can trust on offense is the guy that just joined us this offseason. It's crazy. Oh, please. And it's going to be picked because Ellison's blind. Wow, Stevie Wonder at wide receiver 2. We love it. Don't get me wrong. We were trying to throw to Morant, and this ball just kind of gets away from him. Kind of hit as we're throwing a little bit. Try to catch it with Ellison. Even gives us control, and he's just standing there. Super fun stuff. We love it. I mean, their coverage is insane. Back-to-back weeks now with really good coverage. Oh, picked off by Cam Jones. Speaking of good coverage. That man never lets me down. Huge interception. See if anyone wants to get open on offense. Calvin Austin on the wheel. Morant wide open. Oh, he's got a block. And it's good enough. 36-yard touchdown. That was so close to not even being caught, let alone turning that into a touchdown. Morant running into a brick wall. That's really what the offense has done. I think that's a metaphor celebration, to be honest. That's a metaphor. We constantly keep running into a brick wall. Rodriguez, not a great block, but existing was enough. And then we have a 3rd and 10 on the other side, where we can maybe extend the lead. For a lot of DBs in, and he is going to find the first down. That is crazy. Don't get me wrong, a lot of DBs, but I mean, it's 3rd and 10. They threw the ball the first 2 plays. Why would you throw the first 2 plays if you're going to be running on 3rd and 10? Would you want to set something up or something? I don't know. And huge hit. This could be a tied game in half. And honestly, with the way our defense is playing a little bit at times, that could be a good thing. Don't want it to be a touchdown. And that's a freebie. Oh, if Shelton could have gotten him, that would have been a game derailer. So he's going to throw it away as if nothing happened at all. Bull rush doesn't really win. I mean, why are we not on him? Like, we're trying not to give up the touchdown, but at the same time, that is just too open. It's one thing to kind of play off a little bit. Is that Mingo? Ugh. Not really ready for this. Try to swat. The timing would have been great. Huge hit by Cam Jones. One timeout left. That doesn't really help him out too much, but you're getting closer. Yeah, that was a really bad play. That might be one of the last plays they have before this 2-minute warning. Or 2-minute warning. Second quarter's over anyways. Already had that 2-minute warning. To the outside. Play it safe. Smartly plays it safe. And of course he gets out of bounds. 2 guys can't take down a wide receiver. Keeps him in bounds. And, you know, they have 1 shot to the end zone. Now they have multiple. And they could run it. Oh, I thought he threw a pick. I thought we jumped that. Is he going to kick at the field goal? Field goal with 5 seconds left is crazy, but maybe the coach has seen those reads and has have enough of it. No block for Phillips. 2 seconds left. Probably not going to do much with it, but you never know with Calvin Austin. Ball is kicked in a returnable position. And Calvin Austin shows off some speed, getting to the 26. Not really much more to do there, though. 13 all at half. Got ourselves a close one, a good defensive battle. I guess we just try to get back to the ground game. As the pass game's done next to nothing. Nobody's getting open. Injuries keep piling up. And while Rodriguez, it feels like the lanes aren't really always there and their front is scary, does have the best yards per, touch, I suppose, average on the team. As the Antlers beat the Voyagers 21-12. Don't know why I sound like Christopher Walken there, but Watson, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. I feel like he's always throwing interceptions, yet their team's like winning. Regardless, we look at the Blues versus the Riverhogs now. In a final of 24-20, the Blues finally getting on the board with a win, and the Riverhogs' undefeated season shut down with a loss. Any sign of the division rivals? We've got ourselves the Orbits winning against the Steamers, getting some revenge, and the Elks losing by 11 against the Thunderbirds. Division is really not showing itself to be that tough. Looking at the play, the highlight plays, Saquon Barkley, huge run to the right side. Pretty good tackle, though. Preventing the touchdown tells you that it's a defensive battle. Not a whole lot of scoring on this match. Great play to Morant, though, barely getting past the defender there. And then Rodriguez helping him get the touchdown. I think we're going to try to run it inside and focus on continuing to stop the run inside if we can. Here we go, deep. Calvin Austin, once again, we kind of need a spark. You one of these 13 all games. Not the best blocks. And he fumbles the ball. Talking about sparks, that'll give the Lumberjacks one. That is not a good look. Hit sticked out of his skin, really. Just hit sticked out of his skeleton. That skeleton is walking on its own freely, personally. I don't know if I would have recovered if I was him. To the outside on the pitch. Cam Jones doing what he does. Doesn't finish, though. Juke moves aplenty. And thankfully, that white line saving the day. 3 yards gain. It could have been a touchdown. Not really trusting our coverage too much. Coming in with a blitz. See if we can force a tough third down. It's going to be another pitch. Trying to get vertical. Can't. Good hit. Low. Teamwork tackle. Gains another 3. Can't even return the ball without turning it over. Oh, my Lord. We're not ready. So many linebackers. Try to swat. Can't. The drag's open. He's going to take too long to throw. We're going to get out of the way so we don't cause a flag to come out. And that will be a field goal attempt. An undeserved one as well. I don't know what the hell Calvin Austin's doing. It's not like we got caught off guard by the hit stick. He just took a hard hit and fumbled. Returnable ball, but let's just play it smart and not do that if you don't mind. Let's go to slant to the right. And free rush, fumble. Oh my God. What is happening to this offensive line, genuinely? He's got too many people blocking the wrong people. I mean, the way we're playing on offense right now, I mean, a touchdown maybe wins the game already. This is unbelievable. 2 fumbles now. And wide open touchdown. Wow. Third quarter literally just started, and they have 10 points added on to their halftime score. Oh, I need a better block. Popo had a chance to set us free. He sold? I don't know, dude. I'm done. Stop it. Inside a run gains about 7 or 8. Is there like a scenario with these stadium abilities where we're just going to fumble more often? What is it? Home team has reduced stamina, blah, blah, blah. I mean, no issues like that. Just a bad team. To the tight end on the outside. Didn't see that coming, thankfully. Halfback angle, I don't know what that means. Are they just like not ready? Or they can see the player? Allison behind. Somehow, that linebacker is covering him perfectly. It's like knew what the play was before I did. This play usually works with the Morant route. It's a tough throw. No, it's not. DB didn't really follow through. A 6'4 DB, but didn't follow through. Good touchdown. Or touchdown. First down. Hoping for a touchdown. If we get some blocks, I mean, I don't really like Allison personally on this route, but could have a chance. Nah, I'm taking my guarantee. In T is what I was going to say. But, I mean, look at this front. We got 4 receivers, and they've got this many players out here trying to stop the run. Like, it works out, but, like, pre-snap, it's just not a good look. Like, how is that front convincing me to run the ball? Like, it just simply isn't. Get some blocks, because, I mean, at this rate, I probably would kick the field goal because it would put us back down by 1. And good. 5 gains 5, but now Chris Rodriguez is injured. Is it a concussion? Airplane protocol. Beatty against the blitz, potentially. Morant, really the only guy I trust against the blitz, full stop. Rodriguez, what do we like? Okay, bruised shoulder, that's fine. But I say, what are we looking at? Oh, why would the audible be a counter? Well, let's watch this fail miserably. Yeah, I mean, it's just never a good play. Knew the play was going to be crap. What do? I continue to do it anyways. Beatty? That's a tough one. Oh. That's a touchdown. That ball is thrown pretty well. Field goal is hit. The deficit is cut, but it is still a long shot so far. Especially to say, the way we're playing, we don't get a piece of it. He could score. Try to strip it because we had all that help. Huge play for Barkley. Barkley's been so mediocre this game, but yet he has 110. Suppose I did say to stop the inside run. I mean, I don't know if they count that as an outside zone, but looked kind of like an inside run to me. Great cutback by Saquon, but realistically didn't do a whole lot when he had to improvise. And even then, maybe he did a little too much. That right side still looked open enough. If I had the lanes he has to this right side, I would be scoring every drive. And he is pretty damn open. Well, that ball takes him out of bounds, 3rd and 4. Oh, reliable. Let's see if we can hit it. Mid-blitz. And we force the issue, which is going to be an overthrow. 60-yard field goal. Can they hit it? They're not even going to attempt. Huge defensive play. Nick Jones barely getting in there quick enough to force a bad throw. And it looks like a decent punt. Down by 7. Nearing the 4th quarter. Not quite there. Had to bounce that because the receiver doesn't want to get in there. We gain 8. Definitely notice that lack of speed now. Just feels so slow in comparison. Calvin Austin on the RPO. They're not on it. Morant for once actually in the block. It's blasted to the 23. Already fumbled once. Don't need a second. Got a little play action going. Just going to take whoever's open. He's not even open. What a catch, though. I keep forgetting how big Kuntz is. Ball just looks overthrown, and he just catches it with pretty much ease. Play action, kind of setting this up as a... Yeah, let's actually go with this play action. See if we can get something underneath to this tight end. Nice, he got bumped. That's kind of the whole point. Bellinger doesn't drop it this time and will get us the first down entering the fourth. They have us beat by like a whole ass yard. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I can't believe that guy drops it, of course, but linebacker Roquan drops back for the wide receiver and then steps up to pick up Morant on top of it. I just don't know. Let's run to the left. Nobody's going to pick that guy up. We juke moved air because I just didn't believe we were going to get that slip off. Rodriguez turned absolutely nothing into 6. True goon, if you ask me. Let's see what we got with this 3rd and 4. Please, Rodriguez. And he drops the possession. Oh, my God, he's ass. I have never seen a player this bad at catching a football. And we're going right back to him on a screen. Throws the ball to the moon. Good job. This team, this game has been pathetic. Try to pick it, knock it down, something. Our guy's just like, he's playing the entire boundary. It was almost a really crazy play at the line, though. Speaking of, Wilson! And, I mean, what is that block, Riley? Kill him. Desperation blitz. Worked out. Should have worked out back-to-back times, really. I still can't believe Rodriguez missing both. I mean, I guess the second one wasn't really his fault. Oh, I didn't even see the tight end. Perfect play. Kuntz has to spin. Look at the speed, though! In! Oh, my God, don't do it. Touchdown, Kuntz. The game is tied. I was looking at the left side. I saw the press. I was like, oh, he's going to win that press. Just give it, look it off. Hit it later. But no, Kuntz was wide open. Nobody picked him up. Safety doesn't jump it. Throwing over the shoulder to force that ball outside where all the space was. And a touchdown. Bringing dime as we've had a lot of success with the DBs blitzing in. Inside is so open. Oh, we missed it. Can we bring him down? Okay, I mean, only gained 2. That's good teamwork. Literally talk about the inside being open, and then we just give him that. Wilson, I think, is the better safety deep. So if we're going to be bringing anyone deep, it's him. Oh, the timing was perfect, but we were off on an angle. 3rd and 5, though. Get the middle linebacker playing that deep. Running back's open. He's going to take a wide open guy to the outside instead. Base pressure really hasn't been good. Man coverage, they are going to be running the ball. Good job forcing that out there. Amon-Ra St. Brown injured. How do you like it? They gained 2. He looks kind of injured. He looks like he could miss the rest of the game. Come on. Somebody just get a big push. Not going to be the case. And I thought Riley had a pick. They're going to switch me to the wrong guy. Thank you. Jackson off the edge. I'm going to go with a rip move, I think. Doesn't really work. Linebacker against who is that? Is that Zay Jones? Finding our linebackers in a lot of tough man coverage situations. Maybe not our best look. Quick throw outside. Not a good look there either. Great strip attempt. Nothing we do is good enough. It's unfortunate. We had the cutback covered. Oh, wow. Double team tackle. They get this, though. You debate if that was even a good thing because they actually could just clock us here. DB's in on this play. Nobody on Saquon. He picked that up last second. First down of 13. I mean, it's going to be the 2-minute warning. Like I said, if they play this perfectly, get the first down on the 3-yard line on 3rd down, they could literally clock us. And they make the decision to hike it. And not only is it a dumb decision because the clock, but they lose 6. Trying to catch us off guard with a pre-2-minute warning pitch while the clock was running. That could cause disaster. That could prove disastrous. 2-minute warning. Can't get off the line. Press the wrong way. Good strip attempt. I know it's going to be hard to... yeah, we'll call timeout. I know it's going to be hard to get that strip out, but still. I'm going to run commit here. Worst case scenario is a touchdown. You know, that's the way I look at it. 1 timeout left. Down what appears to be 3. Not going to happen. There it is. Time for Calvin Austin to make up for that fumble. And he could. Oof, decent little return to the 27-yard line. That one had potential. Definitely had potential. See outside, they look like they're on it. Probably looking for the underneath to Ellison. Maybe not. Good throw. Damn, can't stay in bounds for the cut up, but that's a pretty big first down already. Trying to go for the dub. Forget a damn draw. We don't want to tie this thing up and go to freaking overtime. Ah, you can't hold on to the ball at all with this offensive line. It sucks. To be fair, I should have known better, but still. Double move Kuntz. That's a tough one. And he holds on! I really thought he was going to drop that. I mean, we should probably spike this. 49 seconds left. We're in field goal range, but I won it all. Cross wheels. There's not really much we can do to get Morant running a deeper route, so. Morant? I genuinely don't understand. How in the hell is Morant sucking that bad? Doesn't follow, really, to go upfield. He just still stays sideline and then just doesn't locate the ball. Calvin Austin, and that throw is overthrown. Well, didn't really get the kicker a whole lot of help, but a field goal would tie it. And they're not going to ice it. A little surprised by that. Maybe they want to keep all 3 timeouts because they have a chance before overtime themselves. Yeah, I mean, 3 timeouts is a lot of timeouts, actually. I don't really like this. We need a rush. Sitting over the middle just in case they do decide to run it. I think that is gone. Let's cover. And they're just not going to cover that guy. Well, that is a few yards to start her out. You literally need like 10 yards already only. Oh! If we would have got a deflection right to one of our guys, that would have been insane. Younghoe Koo lining up to set up the win. And we got to go press, man. No, maybe not even really press, but just main coverage. Our zone sucks. And our man sucks too. Try to strip it. Let him have it. I mean, he's a youngster. He might not realize the situation, but obviously they get tackled at all, and game's over. 17 seconds, we have a sliver. That is abysmal defending, though. That is really crazy. With this little time, you obviously want to return this. I don't know why they even give us a chance. You just never know, and I mean, he tries, but he just doesn't get the second level. Who's the deep guy? Is it Calvin Austin? Yeah, now that I think about it, maybe because Calvin Austin's our guy, it's not worth it. Oh, come on. At least put it on target. Oh! And he drops it. Thank you, Ellison. Go with a special little screen, see if it catches him off guard. Kind of like a sweep screen, and they move all over there. And try to get out of bounds. Can't. That is just a terrible looking play to finish it. Unbelievably bad defending is going to lead to our first loss of the season. I just can't believe it, how bad that defense is. Willie Gay really wanted that Gatorade. He's been eyeing it up all game. He's like, now can we drink some, coach? I promise I'll go bathroom before we get on the bus. It's like, brother, we just lost a heartbreaker. Ellison dropping that ball is crazy, but just the defense giving up that 38-second drive, and I don't even think they needed to waste a timeout, or maybe they only needed to waste one. Regardless, not a great game from us. We had 3 interceptions and still lost. Rodriguez, 73 yards on the ground, was okay. Barkley had his way with us, and it wasn't even him. It was just great blocking. Morant was great. Kuntz was great, but everyone in between couldn't get open. Struggled to get open. More injuries as well. Pass rush was non-existent unless we blitzed the hell out of them. Some interceptions, and we just squandered those opportunities. Kicking 2 60-plus yard field goals for Chad Ryland, and it meant nothing in the end. Had a couple upgrade points. Might as well wait till next week. And speaking of next week, out with no Kenny Wise. Dislocated ankles. 6 games missed. Any other wide receivers want to go? This could be a trade block situation, and we already have to play the Elks as well. Terrible timing. Probably need to add a wide receiver, especially with the trajectory of our injuries before next game begins. Regardless of, you guys enjoy this one, and you guys enjoy this quote-unquote new format of 2 games per episode on 8-minute quarters, let me know in the comment section. Anyways, if you guys enjoy the new format of 2 games in 1 episode at 8-minute quarter lengths, let me know in the comment section below, or by leaving a like. If you guys prefer the 1 game 10-minute episodes, let me know as well. I could easily go back to that. Either way, I kind of have these almost down to a similar record/edit time, maybe slightly longer edit time, but whatever you guys think is more interesting. I could obviously go back to 10-minute quarters and just upload them separately. I think if they're both in the same one, it's going to be a little too long of an episode, but I could upload them separately and just upload 2 each day that I upload instead of, separately different days. Regardless, I appreciate you guys watching. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content, and that is about it. Should be a rebuild a little later today. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video of the Injury Squad, see ya!